Hi, and welcome to the October 2015 Bona Vista update. And as you can see, I'm back to work. Hey, I'm working on the railroad, and nobody is more tickled than I am. There is a bunch of stuff that I have done in the last 2 weeks since I've restarted working on the layout. The first of which, let's look upstairs here on the upper level, on the upper deck. This is the town of Mill Creek. As you recall, this was already put in. The buildings are in their permanent spots. Obviously no scenery has been done, but I decided I needed an actual town of Mill Creek. The creek is going to go right here when I get to doing the scenery up here. But I started arranging some buildings, and those of you who are familiar with the old Bona Vista, the BV3, will recognize every last one of them. But I wanted to see what I could do to make a little town in this area. And so that is what I'm doing right here. This is the town of Mill Creek. Actually, this stuff is a little bit forward of where it wants to be. We'll push that back just a little bit there so we have a little more street in front. So this is the little town of Mill Creek. Finding the buildings and arranging them took a little bit of time, but then doesn't it always? And I enjoy doing that kind of stuff. So, but the big work this past week has been down on the lower deck. I decided, for some reason, don't ask me why, that I would start putting in the scenery down here rather than up here where there are actual buildings and that sort of stuff. Again, don't ask me why, I don't really know. This is going to be an agricultural area. You can see I've got some field of some nondescript crop in there. We're going to put the cornfield right here. The cornfield is sitting right down here right now. I'm going to replant that cornfield in here. I've got a road. I use the Woodland Scenics road building learning kit or something like that, except that I did not use the plaster, the smooth it that they supplied. Instead, I used a concrete patch material that was recommended by one of the people in model railroading who I really admire, Lou Sassy, and he recommended using this concrete patch stuff, and I did, and I actually really like it a lot. It's not been weathered. Nothing that you're looking at right now has been weathered, but you can see, maybe you can't, you can see there's actual cracks that have formed. Which I think is pretty darn cool, because then I don't have to pencil those in. Added a little wood cribbing over here, a Chooch product, and then the big area that I'm working on right now is this underpass. I've never had an underpass on a layout in any of my layouts before, so I cast this one. I built some forms, cast the retaining walls, and took apart, if you remember, the high bridge from the old Bona Vista 3 that went over the lake. That plate girder bridge is part of that high bridge. And as you can see, I'm experimenting with a mirror back there, the first mirror on the BV4 or the BVIV. So lots of forward motion here, and hopefully by the time I do the next video update, this whole area will be finished. It shouldn't be that difficult to do, but then again, we all know how, as soon as you say that, it will become very difficult. And the other big news is there's a very good possibility that I will be appearing on the Winston-Salem southbound series that Model Railroader MR Video Plus is doing. They've asked me to do a little guest appearance on there, and I'll be going down to Milwaukee for Train Fest. So that is something that will be finished by the time I do the next BV update, and we'll be able to report on that. Anyway, that is the progress so far. The buildings have been put back in the yard. Staging is reset up, and we are rolling forward once again. And once again, thanks for joining. Talk to you soon.